సభ్యులందరికీ నమస్కారం.
హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, దిస్ ఈజ్ సహదేవ వర్మ. EPS 95 మినిమం పెన్షన్ పెంచాలని మరియు EPS 95 పెన్షనర్ల ఇతర సమస్యలపై ఈ మధ్యకాలంలో పార్లమెంట్ సమావేశాల్లో వివిధ పార్టీల పార్లమెంట్ సభ్యులు ఈ బీజేపీ ప్రభుత్వాన్ని నిలదీయడం జరిగింది.
माननीय सदस्य श्री छत्रपति साहू जी.
I would like to bring to your notice the woes of the EPS Employees Pension Scheme 95. There are 75 lakh pensioners associated with EPS 95 scheme. They reside in every corner of India. Just a few days back, I visited their ongoing agitation which was held at Jantar Mantar. Having seen and heard of the distressing plight of the pensioners, I would like to bring this serious situation to your notice, Adhyaksha Mahodaya. The present numbers of this fund are employees of the central and state government sectors and private sector undertakings. The members enrolled are approximately 30 crores. Statistics state that the corpus in the pension fund has increased from rupees 3,93,000 crores in 1718 to rupees 7,80,000 crores in 22-23. Adhyaksha Mahodaya, will the government be pleased to state whether the government is aware of the inflation and rising costs and minimum pension needed to survive in 2024? Whether the government is aware of the directive principles of the Constitution of India which places the responsibility on it to help the elderly lead a respectable life? Adhyaksha Mahodaya, the pension is not protected against inflation. Furthermore, it is not increased by a single rupee in the last 10 years. Adhyaksha Mahodaya, the price of a household gas cylinder is rupees 1,200. In such circumstances, how do the pensioners drawing an average of 1,451 continue to live? I don't understand. It is shocking to note that the government's indifference to the crumbling lives of the pensioners who are naturally of old age. The Article 41 of the Constitution provides for old age pension schemes and therefore not only covers the elderly pensioners but the sick and the disabled as well.
श्री N. K. Premchandran ji.
Thank you very much, madam. This is my first zero-hour submission during the budget session. Sir, my zero-hour submission is relating to the Employees Provident Fund Pension, PF pension. So during the 16th Lok Sabha, I have moved a private member resolution and the government has appreciated it and a committee is appointed and the high empowered committee went into the matter of EPS 95 and it is decided, recommended to increase the minimum pension to a higher level and the Labour Ministry has also accepted. It is pending before the Finance Ministry. So my first submission regarding is the minimum pension has to be enhanced as per the recommendation of the high empowered committee, number one. Madam, number two is inordinate delay in the disbursal of the lawfully entitled pensionary benefit to the contributors for pension on higher wages. Higher pension on the basis of actual wages is as per the directive of the Supreme Court 4/11/2022. It's a clear verdict from the part of the Supreme Court that higher pension is entitled on the basis of the actual wages. But it is quite unfortunate to note that now it is being also delayed. Most of the officers, PF officers, are not disbursing the amount in time. And the number three is unlawful introduction of pro rata calculation method for higher pension, overpowering the parliamentary provision and disregarding the Apex Court judgment dated 4/11/2022. That is, the pensionable service is divided into two and the wages is also divided into two before 2014 and after 2014, thereby 30 to 35% of the pension will be reduced. It is a gross violation of the Supreme Court judgment as well as the act passed by the Parliament. And therefore, I urge upon the government and also also one more point, that is non-compliance of the judgment dated 4/11/2002 of the Supreme Court, as well as on 35/2004 of the High Court of Kerala in respect of the petition among pensioners in the CPSUs in Kerala. In Kerala, they didn't opt under 11 para 11 for the scheme because of the court judgments are there, so they didn't. But they are now being denied this higher pension. So all these issues would goes to show that the Employees Provident Fund organization is always acting against the interests of the poor laborers in the country. So the government of India, an urgent meeting may be convened so as to discuss this issue, as so as to resolve all these issues. With these words, I thank you very much, madam.
आपका ध्यान उन लोगों की तरफ आकर्षित करना चाहता हूं जो पेंशनर हैं। ईपीएस पेंशनर 95 की सूची में बहुत लंबित मांगे उन लोगों की देश भर में चल रही है। देश भर में लगभग 65-70 लाख लोग हैं और मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में लगभग 30 से 40 हजार लोग ऐसे हैं जो आज भी इस मांग को पूरी होने की बाट जोड़ रहे हैं। सभापति महोदय, इनको जिन्होंने पूरे जीवन भर अपना खून पसीना उस इंस्टीट्यूशन को, संस्था को चलाने के लिए उस मेहनत भर के पूरा जीवन भर लगाया, आज उनको पेंशन के नाम पर 200 से लेकर 3,000 रुपया मिलता है। तो उनको चिकित्सा और आम छोटी छोटी सुविधाओं के लिए भी बहुत तकलीफ देखनी पड़ी। जिन्होंने पूरा जीवन उस नौकरी में निकाल दिया, आज वो न अपना मकान बना सकते हैं, न बच्चों की शादी कर सकते हैं, न छोटी मोटी जरूरत चिकित्सा सुविधाओं के लिए कोई उनको लाभ मिल पाता है। मेरा आपके माध्यम से सरकार से मांग है कि बहुत लंबे समय से इनकी मांगे सरकार के पास पेंडिंग है। इनको आयुष्मान भारत योजना से भी जोड़ देंगे तो इन लोगों को चिकित्सा सुविधा उसके माध्यम से मिल पाएगी, और सामाजिक सुरक्षा की योजना से अगर जुड़ जाएंगे तो इनको थोड़ा लाभ मिल पाएगा। जो चाहे अर्ध सरकारी नौकरी में हो, चाहे डेयरी में हो, माइनिंग में हो, चाहे छोटे मोटे उद्योग में हो, इन्होंने पूरा जीवन भर निकाला है। मेरा आपके माध्यम से सरकार से मांग है कि इनकी लंबित मांगों को पूरा किया जाए ताकि इनको और इनके परिवार को आने वाले समय की सुरक्षा मिल पाए। मैं आपकी तरफ से
सर, ईपीएस 95 के लोग इस हाउस में जो सांसद मिले, हर एक को, उस साइड बैठो या इस साइड बैठिए, ईच वन, सम सीनियर सिटीजन हैज मेट ईच एमपी हियर। ईपीएस 95 की डिमांड, सर आपको आश्चर्यचकित होंगे, लेकिन इन 23-25 द पेंशन कॉर्पस and only the interest earned is 51,000 crores, and what is the money given is 14,000 crores, and this was the commitment given by Prakash Javadekar ji. I don't want to name because Arun ji is no more, but उनके साथ बहुत सारी meetings हुई थी, and Prakash Javadekar ji had committed in a press conference that अगर हमारी सरकार, तब की मोदी सरकार थी और ये आज की एनडीए सरकार है, ये जब आएगी तो हम ये EPS 95 का पैसा देंगे। They have not given this money, sir. I urge them to give this EPS 95. काफ़ी लोगों ने, इम्तियाज़ भाई ने अभी EPS के बारे में बहुत अच्छा उन्होंने मुद्दा उठाया, लेकिन उसको मैं थोड़ा सा ऐड करना चाहूँगी कि पिछले हफ्ते एक न्यूज़पेपर में, वर्तमान पत्र में एक न्यूज़ आई थी सर कि नॉन परफॉर्मिंग NPA 10 लाख करोड़ 10 लाख कोटी रुपएचे बैंकों का उन्हें कर्ज ऋण माफ़ कर दिया, ऐसा पेपर में आया था। आई एम नॉट अ फाइनेंस एक्सपर्ट, मैं जो पेपर में पढ़ती हूँ समझ लेती हूँ कि सच है। और NPA का जो उसमें आर्टिकल में लिखा था कि 87% इज़ द हेयर कट, ओनली 15% वॉज रिकवर्ड, इज़ व्हाट द न्यूज़ आइटम सेड अबाउट NPAs इन बैंक्स। अब आप सोचिए सर, इम्तियाज़ भाई कह रहे थे कि पेंशन का पैसा दिया जाए किसी महिलाओं को, इंश्योरेंस के बारे में हर किसान बोलते हैं कि फसल बीमा योजना में पैसा दिया जाए, किसानों का सुसाइड के बारे में भी अभी इम्तियाज़ भाई बोल रहे थे, किसानों की आत्महत्या हो रही है। अगर आप 10 लाख करोड़ रुपया, उसमें कितना शून्य है वो भी मुझे पता नहीं सर, 10 लाख करोड़ रुपया अगर आप बैंक करते और फिर तो फार्मर्स लोन हो वो आप माफ़ कर सकते थे, आप अच्छा फसल बीमा योजना में पैसा दे सकते, वो नहीं आप करते। जो इम्तियाज़ भाई बोल रहे थे EPS का, पेंशनर्स का पैसा ही नहीं दिखते, लेकिन 10 लाख करोड़ रुपया आपने ये बैंकों को माफ़ किया। वो किसका किया वो तो नहीं हम सबको पता, किसका भी किया होगा, लेकिन आप उनका भी कर सकते तो इनका भी करिए, इतनी सिर्फ मेरी विनती है, बाकी मेरी कुछ मांग नहीं है। EPS 95 was a commitment this government made. I mean, I hope his soul rests in peace, but Arunji is unfortunately no more with us. But Arunji had mentioned it, that EPS 95 is something we commit to. This government hasn't done it. They are very proud of feeding 80 crore people. I am also very happy if they are feeding 80 crore people. But how come when they keep saying this multi-dimensional poverty index that this government talks about, every time they are saying we are getting people out of poverty, how come you are still after 10 years feeding 80 crore people? I mean, it's the same number. In 10 years, sir, 80 crore logon ko, they are so proud to say they are feeding them and we are feeding them. I am very happy if they are feeding them. Then how come nobody is going? Then this whole multi-dimensional poverty act, what is this for? They are doing nothing for EPS 95. To so much they talked about pensions. EPS 95 was a commitment this government made. I mean, I hope his soul rests in peace, but Arunji is unfortunately no more with us. But Arunji had mentioned it, that EPS 95 is something we commit to. This government hasn't done it. I just need to ask this government that they have to clearly in the reply give us what is the plan of this government. So I urge this government to kindly reply to all these questions.
सब करने के बाद पेंशन 10 बरस लड़ रहा हूँ, ईपीएस पेंशन 95 800 रुपए 1200। मुझे आपको यही बताना है कि और एक बात आखिरी मुद्दा आता है, ये सब करने के बाद पेंशन 10 बरस लड़ रहा हूँ, ईपीएस पेंशन 95 800 रुपए 1200 रुपए, क्यों उनसे खिलवाड़ कर रहे हो सर? और इसलिए मैं आपसे प्रार्थना करता हूँ, महाराष्ट्र के तीन मुद्दे
It's a very unique social security act in the world. It is a very big financial resources organization. It is a EPF. Sir, after 20 years, a family pension scheme was evolved in 1972. 1.16% from the employee, 1.16% from the employer, and 1.16% from the government was contributed. The worker who died while on the harness of the working time, they will be given the pension. Sir, after repeating demand, in 1995, a pension scheme was evolved. From the employer contribution, 8.33 have been taken for the pension. 1.16% was given by the government for the pension contribution. Sir, in 2014, while the UPA government, the minimum pension was increased 1,000 rupees. Subsequently, we demanded so many times. Sir, you know, even the old age pension, they are getting more than the 1,200 pension. But after 20 years, 30 years working, they are getting the very poor pension. The EPF always says there is no financial resource. I asked the government through you, sir, there are all the funds from the family pension scheme merged with the EPF. All the corpus fund of the retired employees who died after 95, their fund also merged with that. The unclaimed fund, lakh of rupees has also be there. But the government is not come forward to meet the demand of the poor retired working class. So that I request through you, sir, let the labor department as well as the finance department. ఈ నరేంద్ర మోడీ ప్రభుత్వం దేశంలోనే రైతులు, రైతు కూలీలు, నిరుపేదలకు, సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్కు, బీపీఎల్ దిగువ స్థాయి కుటుంబాలకు ఆదుకుంటోందని అన్ని ప్రచార భజనలు చేస్తున్నారు. మరి అదే స్థాయి సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్ అయి ఉండి ఈ పూర్ ఈపీఎస్ 95 పెన్షన్లో అతి తక్కువ పెన్షన్తో గత 10 సంవత్సరాల నుండి బతుకులు నెట్టుకొస్తున్న ఈ బీజేపీ ప్రభుత్వానికి గుర్తు రావడం లేదా అని పార్లమెంట్ సభ్యులు పార్లమెంట్లో ప్రశ్నిస్తున్నారు.